Okay, so I gotta give a disclaimer warning on this video before people lose their shit over the recent tweet from former Steelers running back Rashard Mendenhall. And this tweet blew up on the internet and has many current and former players chiming in. Here's a tweet from former Steelers first round pick from the 2008 draft as he tweeted, "I'm sick of the average white guy commenting on football. Y'all are not even good at football. Can we replace the Pro Bowl with an all black versus all white bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your GOAT." So like I said, this tweet drew a ton of reaction after being viewed over 34 million times and garnering over 15,000 comments from conservatives who felt like this was a racist tweet, Pat McAfee, Will Compton, and even Skip Bayless himself.
Okay, little Rashard Mendenhall, it's my turn now. In the end, you were just an average football player. You know it and I know it. I've got more talent and athletic ability than you'll ever have. I'd like to debate you live on Undisputed.
Anyways, this tweet brought in a lot of discussions from fans, like which team does Patrick Mahomes play for because his father's black and his mother's white, or where do the Polynesians fit in? But I think the real question or issue is the one where JJ Watt addressed when he replied, "We get cooked at corner. Not gonna lie, nobody on our squad is covering Tyreek." That said, I want you to hear former linebacker Will Compton's viral response as he breaks down each matchup and gives his honest opinion.
All right, Willie C here chiming in about the all-white versus all-black bowl proposed by Rashard Mendenhall, I believe very seriously, but now the internet's taking it by storm and having fun with it, which is what we will do now as well. The parameters of this all-white, all-black bowl. 2 weeks to prepare. I think that plays in our favor, but 2 weeks to prepare. And now also what happens with the halvesies out there. I think if you say the word, then you're on the other side. But if you're cleaned up and you don't say the word and you don't like to say the word, then you should be able to play with us, but you're probably just going to have to go to the other side as well. So the halves go on the other side. Now, on offense, I love the outfit we got. I love the roster we got in-house that Rashard clearly did not think about. Quarterback, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I think with 2 weeks to prepare, you allow practice tape to kind of dictate, hey, who we going with? You got to win your job. You got to earn your stripes in this team. Running back, Christian McCaffrey, none other, the great white hope himself. He's like the MVP of the NFL. Blocking for him at fullback, you got your choice out of Kyle Juszczyk or Patrick Ricard. You want a thicker guy in there for short yardage, then you got Kyle in there if you want to change it up and get a little bit dynamic on offense. Now, when you look at tight end, we got all the tight ends, boys. We got Travis Kelce, George Kittle, TJ Hawkinson. Pick your poison on which personnel you want, but we got the boys in the house. I mean, Sam Laporta, Jake Ferguson. We got all the tight ends. When it comes to offensive line, pretty balanced. However, I love the offensive line. You got to build through a center, a brainiac up top. We got Jason Kelce or Ryan Kelly. Then on each side of him, you got Chris Lindstrom or Zach Martin. And then on the other side, you got Quentin Nelson. Then at left tackle, I like Colt Miller. Right tackle, you like Lane Johnson. Now let's go to receiver, Cooper Kupp. That's a no-brainer. The number one receiver is Cooper Kupp, the former Triple Crown winner last year. And then you flip to the number 2 spot. I like Adam Thielen. Now number 3, this is a conversation. I think we should get Puka Nacua. Yeah, is he an Islander? Yes, but also I don't think he really says the word, so I think he should be able to play with us. But again, I digress. We might have to use Travis Kelce for the third wide receiver spot. Now, moving over to the defense, where all the question marks are, right? Like, how are we going to stop the explosive nightmare of the all-black offense? I got your answer right here. It's called 4 underneath and 4 deep. We got to drop 8 every time because we have to play zone ball against these boys. We don't have the speed to keep up with them. We got to know that. We got to have awareness. That's why we got to have low MAs. We got to play team defense out there. Rush our best 3. You look at our best 3, our pass rushers, we got a little rotation. TJ Watt, Max Crosby, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa. Send in the best 3, go hunt, boys, after we play sound run defense on first, probably second down as well. You move into linebacker, heady, effort, intangibles. The Italian stallion himself, Olive Oil, Matt Milano. You got Logan Wilson, Josie Jewell, Alex Singleton. A lot of good cats to choose from. We're gonna have to play ball, boys. Put your cleats on, put your track cleats on, because we're gonna have to run, we're gonna have to hit, we're gonna have to direct. All right, you go into the back end. Christian McCaffrey, he's going to have to come around. He's going to have to play both ways. I got him playing one safety spot, the other safety spot manned up by Harrison Smith. But we are going to have to use Christian McCaffrey on both sides. He had a great tackle on the interception last week against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, again, just don't get beat deep. Play good run support, but don't get beat deep. Let the 4 underneath help you. Let the 4 underneath help you. They're spot dropping, their zone react. We got to play zone against these boys. Now, you look at the cornerback position, the big question mark. Parts are obsolete on the all-white side with the cornerback position. We might just have to use the cat that got drafted out of Iowa that was a corner, and then I think Iowa's got another white corner that's just still in college, but we might just have to call him up to the big leagues. We do not have cornerbacks, but there might be a guy sitting on the couch right now just waiting on his opportunity. There might be a cat on practice squad ready to get nasty out there. It'd be like a black kid going to Harvard. You might think he doesn't belong, and then boom, he's the smartest guy in the school. That might be the same with the white guys in the corners right now. Team keys, now that we got that all figured out with defense, 4 underneath, 4 deep, playing a lot of zone. Run the ball, control the clock. We got to win time of possession here. And then we got to sneak a turnover or two. We got to allow MAs to play a factor here. We got to keep our MAs low. We got to wait for them to make a mistake. And we got to capitalize when we have the opportunity. Tips and overthrows, tips and overthrows, tips and overthrows. And I like our staff. I think we win at the staff element too, because the NFL, they just started hiring
Okay, so with that said, some people got offended by this tweet from Rashard Mendenhall, viewing it as another way to divide the country, making it black and white. Who could forget in 2019 when he called his former quarterback Ben Roethlisberger a racist during Big Ben's fallout with Antonio Brown? Rashard tweeted during a Twitter discussion, "Alright, I'll end the mystery. Big Ben is a racist and Antonio Brown is black. He had to catch balls from a racist quarterback and every honest player knows it. It's not a big deal. He was supposed to take his lickings and move on like a slave for real." However, after some backlash, the former running back would retract his comments, but that didn't stop some of the attacks he received from his post earlier today. One user posted the clip of Super Bowl 45 when Mendenhall made that costly fumble in the fourth quarter, and then there were some who brought up his career stats and mentioned how Peyton Hillis had a better career than him. But the one comment that actually triggered the former Steeler was from none other than Jason Whitlock, as he tweeted, "As soon as I heard Rashard Mendenhall's ignorant comments, I went to check on his wife. No surprise. These love the fruit, hate the tree brothers are always doing way too much to restore their blackness. No one who knows me thinks I have a problem with interracial dating. No one. My problem is with these guilt-ridden fake brothers who make buffoonish comments to mask their love of white meat. Find a new gimmick." So this tweet was posted alongside with a picture of Mendenhall's wife, and then the former Steeler took to Twitter to respond to Jason with a short video.
"Hey yo, Jason Whitlock, don't ever post no picture of my wife. Boy, you stupid. You been here for 2 minutes. I've been here for 13 fucking years, getting abuse over the same fucking play, single fucking fumble. So you can cool out. You don't even know what the fuck this shit is about. Saw the race war and want to fucking react. 13 years. Wife not even white. She from Arabia. They sending her ass out of here just like they are me. Do your homework before you try and talk to somebody. You don't even know what the fuck going on, bro."
Jason responded back, "I said what I said and I stand on it. Your comment was ignorant. Pics of your wife are all over the internet. You're no victim and she ain't black. You fit the profile of a modern race hustler, Kaepernick. It is what it is." Okay, so that was a playful back and forth exchange between these two. Personally for me, I think Rashard's original tweet was somewhat racially charged, but I could give two shits about it because it actually does bring up an interesting scenario. But I think maybe he could have done away with the "I'm sick of the average white guy commenting on football" part. Anyways, this tweet kind of reminds me of the $1 million free roll bet Clay Travis offered the WNBA champions, the Las Vegas Aces, when he said they wouldn't be able to beat a high school boys state basketball championship team. It just brings out an interesting scenario, and that's why so many people responded to the tweet and it blew up. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but what are your thoughts? Who would win between an all black versus an all white football game?